Hello everyone, welcome to Pandorastarot, and of course welcome to your July readings. This is a general introduction, just like I did last month for all the signs. So welcome each and every one of you. Please remember to check your rising and your moon sign, as I always say, as well as your sun sign, because that will give you more information of all of the energies that could be available to each and every one of you throughout the month. And of course, like I always say, thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you for spending your time with me, for sharing, liking, and subscribing. I love the community that has been, growing around this this small deck of cards. So thank you so much, and let's move on to the readings. Hello Aquarius, let's start with your reading for the month of July. We have in the challenge position the Fool. The Fool is the card number 0. It's the beginning of the tarot. It's the beginning of the path. And this is a card that talks about beginnings, new beginnings. This is, the Fool is almost like a child. He has the innocence and the joy of a child. He's so excited to start on this new path. The sun is shining on him, and he has really pure intentions. He's convinced that along this path, the universe will give him anything and everything that he needs. He won't suffer at all. So, starting on this new path comes up in the challenge. And if you've seen any of my other videos this month, I've been saying that this new beginning thing, starting on a new path, it's like a theme that has manifested itself throughout this entire year. So, being that this card comes up in the challenge position, I feel, Aquarius, like you have been closing chapters last month, and you've achieved that. But now you have to start on this new path, and it's not becoming so easy for you, or you're a little bit afraid of starting fresh. Okay, so finally getting on this path is the challenge for you, okay, in this month of July. Now we have in the center of the reading, we have the King of Pentacles, who could represent someone from the earth signs, so Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. This is someone who is not afraid of getting their hands dirty and work for what they believe is rightfully theirs. These are, the earth people are hardworking people. Even if they're wealthy like this king, I always say that underneath all the fancy garments, this king is still wearing his armor, okay? So he's a fighter at heart. And also the kings are the masters of their own element, okay? So the element of earth has to do with being constant, with perseverance, with abundance, with being able to nourish the ground so it feeds you, so it gives you abundance, and we actually see abundance around him. So this could be a father figure, could be if you're, a new boss, a mentor, someone with whom you establish abundant conversations. A connection that it's really fluent between the two of you, because we have the 8 of Wands right next to it, and the 8 of Wands represents messages going back and forth, usually about something that it's creative or demands your creativity, Aquarius. So that's not hard for you. It's also something that you're very passionate about, and that this person is interested about this. So could be someone, I feel like it's someone who might want to buy a product or some kind of thing that you have created, or wants you to create something for him. It does come up more like a boss than anything, but it could be a mentor, someone who is leading the way through this new path. In in any way how this King of Pentacles manifests for each and every one of you Aquarians, and like I said, this person is someone who is leading the path in this new path that the Fool talks about. So let him or her guide you, okay? because you have in the position of things you won't be able to change the Four of Swords in reverse. Now when we have it in the upright, this is a card that symbolizes taking some time out, resting, taking time to meditate. When it's in the reverse, it means get moving, basically. Okay, and it is okay. You know what? You have stayed in this, this peaceful or not quiet situation, for quite some time. So you need to get moving if you want to really start in this new path, Aquarius. It's and it also comes up in the position of things you won't be able to change. So what the tarot is saying is basically, you know what, the ball is on your court. Even though if you have the help of this King of Pentacles, if you don't get moving, if you don't let him guide you, this is why I was saying let him guide you. If you don't let him, it's gonna be even more difficult. And perhaps next month I'm gonna keep saying, oh well, you are about to start on a new path, So yes, there are general readings, so it might not apply to each and every one of you, but for those of you who does, get moving. That's the best advice the tarot is giving you right now. As the help that comes in, we have the Page of Pentacles. This is a card that could represent, again, someone from the earth signs, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. This is someone younger than you, okay? If it does manifest as a person, could be a child of yours. But I usually see pages as messengers. So there's a message, there's news coming your way of resources, new resources coming your way. So it could be that you finally get a job, you're in talks with someone and you finally get the job that you want to, or you talk to your boss and you get a raise or you get a promotion, and that comes in as help. Not only because it's more money or more resources in any way that it might come, because of course a king is someone who is in a position of power, so it could be the person who is in the position to give you this resource, to authorize this new resource coming your way. But the important thing about this, beyond the fact that it's more resources, like I was saying before, is that it's almost like having a taste of what this new path will be like if you actually get on it. Okay, so this is why it comes as a help. Not only because it makes the transition easier, but because by the end of the month you might be feeling a bit nostalgic and a bit afraid of finally leaving the past behind you, because you have the Ten of Swords in the final position. Okay, Ten of Swords is a card that it's your element. Aquarius is the air element represented by the swords, and it's a card that could talk about unfortunately it's the highest card in the tarot that shows pain. It could also represent a betrayal, but it's not just what the words and what someone might told you. There's water also here, so there's a really emotional side to this pain. Okay, so another thing I want to say is that this card is a 10, and 10s are the end of a period in our lives. Okay, so at the end of a phase. So even though you have closed most of the doors in the month of June, there's still something kind of like, I feel like saying, lurking around you. And this is why you have this taste that the Page of Pentacles gives you of this new path. Okay, because that's what will propel you forward when you start to think, I don't want to fall into this again. I don't want to feel like this ever again. Another thing is that, being that this card is also represented, the Four of Swords also represents mental activity, being in the reverse could be telling you, okay, get out of your head and start moving, because Aquarians can do that, can analyze things over and over again and not actually get going. So it doesn't feel like these new people in your life could betray you. I feel like the past is sort of haunting you at some point, especially by the end of the month, and you start to get cold feet. And you might say, oh, I don't want to do this, I don't want to go into this path. But it's a feeling that has to do more with fear than with the reality around you. So keep that in mind, Aquarius. I think it's really a time for you to take that final leap and really embark onto this new project, this new side of your life. But for you to do that, like I said, it's a leap. So it means that you need to get going. You need to get moving. So I hope this is helpful. I want to thank everyone who watches, likes, and comments. Thank you for spending your time with me. Take care.